Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Le'Veon Bell was not out of work for long. The former All-Pro running back agreed to a 1 year 2 days after his release by the Jets. Bell must clear COVID protocols first and will not play in Kansas City's Monday night game against the Bills. Elsewhere, Patriots QB Cam Newton and corner Stephon Gilmore both returned to practice Thursday for the first time since testing positive for COVID. Newton had been out 13 days while Gilmore missed 9. Also back at practice, Bills All-Pro corner Tre'Davious White. He missed Tuesday's game against the Titans with a back injury. The Cowboys defense could soon get a boost. Linebacker Leighton Vander Esch practiced Thursday and is expected to play Monday against Arizona after being out since week 1 with a broken collarbone. In other injury news, Vikings running back Dalvin Cook missed his second straight practice Thursday with a groin injury, while Cleveland's Odell Beckham Jr. was out with an illness. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
For the ones working tirelessly to keep their coworkers safe. For the ones rising to new challenges. For the ones rebuilding stronger than before. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, safety recovery guides, and 24/7 support. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And don't forget, we didn't have Thursday night football last night, Gene.
Yeah, the pandemic kind of took care of that.
Struck again. And no Raiders football. I struggle with saying Las Vegas Raiders. No Las Vegas Raiders football on Sunday. It's their bye week, so they had the week off anyway.
That's how it works.
Okay, and on Monday night, we will have a doubleheader. NFL football.
2 games, back-to-back. Count them. 1, 2.
One price of admission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been seeing people sitting on Friday nights over by the Spartan Field. They're looking all over the place for the ball game.
Yeah, Henry Nidifer was there providing security.
Yeah, I didn't have the heart to mention how the thing was working, but they looked puzzled.
Yes. Oh, so do I. And poor Pam, she's had me home on Friday nights for this year for the first time in 40 years.
Yeah. Well, it's old habits. They're hard to break.
You got it. Oh, well. We do have high school football tonight, and it's a good one. I remember this one well from December 2017, the CIF San Diego Section Championship game. Southwest and Santa Fe Christian, the Eagles and the Eagles.
Yeah, I remember. That was a tough one.
It was, and, it was a good one. So you can tune in tonight. And one of the neat things is if you tune in and listen on YouTube, we have a chat room. And you can join in the chat room. And, occasionally John or I have something pertinent to say about the game, something maybe that we remember about an individual or whatever, but kind of fun.
So do you go in and say something after each game?
Well, during the game.
During the game.
Yeah. You want to join in tonight?
To have a little chat.
Yes. And like I said, you can subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel. It's free. And right now, we're on YouTube. And a little bit later this morning, I will be visiting with Imperial County Chief Executive Officer Tony Rojodas and Jeanette Angulo of the Imperial County Public Health Department. And we'll be live on the air, and we will be on YouTube, and you can follow all the information. So anyway,
That's a weekly visit.
And it's free to subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel. No obligation.
No obligation.
Okay.
There's an echo somewhere in this room.
And wait, if you order now. Okay. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, big shot birthdays. Here they are.
And Angela Lansbury is 95. Actor Peter Bowles is 84. Actor Barry Corbin of Northern Exposure. It was a good show back in its day. He's 80. C.F. Turner of Bachman Turner Overdrive, 77. Actress Suzanne Summers, 74. Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead is still alive at 73. Actor Martha Smith, she was in Animal House, is 68. Actor Andy Kindler, everybody loves Raymond, is 64. Tim Robbins, 62. Gary Kemp of Spandau Ballet is 61. Actor Randy Vasquez, 59. Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, 58. Don't you know his mom's proud of him?
Yeah.
Actor Christian Stolt is 58. Actor Terry J. Vaughn is 51. Wendy Wilson of Wilson Phillips is 51. Actor Paul Sparks, 49. Actor Kelly Martin, 45. Actor Jeremy Jackson, 40. Actor Katerina Scorsone is 40. Actor Bree Grant, 39. So local birthdays, are you ready for them?
I'm ready. I'm always ready for the real people.
Okay, coming up.
The Coalition of Labor, Agriculture, and Business of Imperial County, CoLab, is pleased to announce the 2020 Candidates Forums. The purpose of these forums was to educate the public on some of the issues and the candidates' positions on these issues in order to provide the public with the best possible information with which to make their vote. Imperial Irrigation District Division 2 Forum held Thursday, October 1st, and the Imperial Irrigation District Division 4 Forum held Thursday, October 8th are now available on KXORadio.com and the KXO YouTube page. We encourage all citizens of Imperial County to vote either by mail-in ballot or at the polls on November 3rd, 2020. Coverage of these events was underwritten by CoLab of Imperial County and the Imperial Valley Veg Growers Association.
We've got happy birthday wishes going out today to Brittany Avina, Karen Castillo, Francisco Castra, Kayla Ornelas, Maria Belendres, Elizabeth Gallardo, David Gonzalez, Elizabeth Solorio, twins Renee and Rihanna Duarte, Gordon Goodman, Susie Shaw, Kat Wong, Maggie Montes, Maria Leon, Missy Torres, Nacho Villalobos, Priscilla Vela, Rob Reyes, Maritza Hurtado, Thomas Kuczynski, Martin Moreno, and Hector Velasquez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and Gene, do you remember maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I had this get-rich-quick scheme where I was going to come up with a bacon-scented face mask.
Yeah,
well, it's happening. Hormel Foods will give away face masks with the smell of bacon.
KXO is everywhere.
Yes, cutting edge.
Another example right there.
You got it. And I'm sorry, you don't really need one from Hormel. I'll give you my secret. Just cook some bacon and then put a dab of grease on your mask.
Mm-hmm.
You're all...
Any brand, huh?
Yes.
Any brand.
Oh, well. New study out. Yeah, somebody got a grant for this one. A study shows IQ scores are falling. It's to the point now where there are people who can't even spell IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, when they reach where they can't spell duh.
Yeah. And maybe we can help because today is Dictionary Day. Yeah.
What's a dictionary, you might ask?
I bought a cheap dictionary at the swap meet. Yeah, it's not in alphabetical order. Yeah.
That'll be one that collects a lot of dust.
Yes, it's a challenge. Okay, are you ready for news?
We've got news.
Okay, a look at World and California news headlines right now. And it's all brought to you by your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For sales, for service, you call the best, Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. A surge in coronavirus cases as the nation nears 8 million cases. Nearly 40 states are suffering spikes, including Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear.
It's up to us to stop these increases in cases increases in positivity. We continue to see increases in hospitalization.
Nearly 19 million Americans have already voted in next month's election. Here's correspondent.
Presents 12% of all votes cast in the 2016 presidential election, even as 8 states are not yet reporting their totals, and voters still have more than 2 weeks to cast ballots.
Election experts say we could see the highest voter turnout in this election than in any presidential contest since 1908. More rolling blackouts in Northern California.
What else can you do but laugh? This is terrible, really.
Forecast calls for more excessive heat today. CBS News Brief, I'm Cammie McCormick.
No matter how hot it is outside, you can count on a reliable, energy-efficient York air conditioner to keep you cool and comfortable inside. And you can also count on it being protected by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. It's just another way we install confidence. To learn more, call Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501. You can also save up to 50% in energy costs. Call Lock today. 353-4501. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news, high fire alert in much of Northern California continuing, thousands still without power after PG&E turned off the juice to power lines that could start fires. Word Wednesday that FEMA has rejected disaster relief requested by the state. Tough news for residents in places like Shaver Lake, where store owner Ty Gillette says they're hoping to rebuild from the creek fire.
We're waiting on red tape. We're waiting on the county. We're waiting on the state. We're waiting on the federal government. Everybody's kind of in the same boat. They want to get to work, but their hands are being tied.
State leaders say they're at a loss to explain why the emergency declaration was denied. Federal prosecutors in San Francisco charging Texas billionaire Robert Brockman with hiding $2 billion over 20 years.
Brockman used secret bank accounts in Bermuda and Switzerland to hide his untaxed income.
U.S. Attorney David Anderson is the largest ever tax charge against an individual in the United States. Windy, low 90s in L.A. today, 94 in San Jose, 95 in Sacramento. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call your friends at Lock Air Conditioning today.
O'Reilly. This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
T-Mobile for Business knows saving time and money is important for your business. That's why we're introducing Microsoft 365 on Us, now included in our best business plans. With Office apps, Microsoft Teams, cloud storage, and more, Microsoft 365 on Us gives you the tools you need to run your business. Stop by a T-Mobile store today. Qualifying plan required. Contactless to activate. 1 license per line, max 2 per account. Third-party terms apply. See T-Mobile.com for plan details.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, COVID-19 update. Here's more on the story.
Mixed numbers were released in the Thursday update. The numbers were released by the County Public Health Department. According to the update, the new cases per day per 100,000 population were up slightly from the 14.0 reported on Wednesday. Thursday, new cases were reported at 14.98. Positivity rate was down Thursday to 10.12% from the 11.55% reported on Wednesday. Death toll from COVID-19 in Imperial County remains at 335. 73,732 have tested for the virus. 12,373 have tested positive. 11,697 have recovered. There are currently 341 active cases of COVID-19. That's down from the 350 cases reported on Wednesday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And as I mentioned earlier, Gene, we'll have an even better update and a better look at about 8:30 this morning when I visit with Imperial County Public Health Director Jeanette Angulo, updating the COVID-19 situation.
A Brawley woman was fatally injured in a hit-and-run accident Wednesday night. According to Brawley police, 38-year-old Kristen Marie Delgado was struck and killed by a hit-and-run vehicle at about 9 p.m. The incident occurred in the 400 block of West Main Street. The suspect vehicle was described as a gray, late-model Dodge pickup truck with a camper shell. The pickup is believed to have sustained damage to the right front of the vehicle. No other information was available, and the investigation is underway. KXO News Time 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle, and Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
In other local news, California's Supreme Court extends the deadline. Here's more on that story.
It was announced Wednesday. Deadline was for the court's decision to grant or deny a review of the 4th District Court of Appeals ruling in the Abadi versus IID case. Deadline for a decision was extended to November 20th. Michael Abadi, a local grower and former Imperial Irrigation District Director, filed for the review after the appellate court overturned most of a 2017 decision from Imperial County Superior Court. The local decision had favored Abadi. Abadi is contesting the ownership and water rights held by the IID, among other issues. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Yuma County Sheriff's Office is investigating an early Thursday morning shooting. Deputies responded to a report of gunshots in the area of 5th Street and Mary Avenue at about 1:51 a.m. Thursday. According to reports, a 25-year-old man was in the area of 5th and Mary when a dark-colored sedan approached him and an unidentified man fired multiple rounds at the victim. The man was struck once in the leg. The victim took himself to Yuma Regional Medical Center, where he was treated and released. The incident remains under investigation. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us, however, for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, with the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane advisor for details.
What's that? You want crispy McDonald's chicken McNuggets? And what's that? You want them spicy? Breaded in tempura, made with cayenne and served up with new mighty hot sauce? Well, you got it. Introducing new spicy chicken McNuggets. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
You have made a wise decision.
For a limited time at participating McDonald's.
Page 2 of the Local News and in-depth weekend weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, George Gale explains the Golden Owl Award finalists. Here's more.
The Golden Owl Awards are hosted by Nationwide Insurance in coordination with 5 states, California, Illinois, Iowa, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Nationwide collected more than 1,300 nominations from students, fellow teachers, parents, and community members to identify teachers who go above and beyond in preparing students for successful careers in agriculture. The 2019-2020 Golden Owl Award finalists have been announced for the 5 participating states. Among them is Michael Campbell, who teaches at Imperial High School. Each finalist received an individualized plaque and $500 to help further future educational efforts before being entered into a final selection stage for the chance to be crowned as their state's Ag Educator of the Year. A winner in each state will also receive the coveted Golden Owl Award, that's a trophy, and a $3,000 check from the Nationwide to help fund their school's agricultural program and future educational efforts. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Former Mexican Defense Secretary General Salvador Cienfuegos, who led the country's army for 6 years under ex-Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto, had been arrested on drug trafficking and money laundering charges at the Los Angeles International Airport. 2 people with knowledge of the arrest said Cienfuegos was taken into custody on a U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration warrant. One of the people said the warrant was for drug trafficking and money laundering charges. In other local news, the Air Pollution Control District selected. Here's more on this story.
It is for potential funding. Earlier this month, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency informed the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District that one application submitted to EPA's 2019-2020 Targeted Airshed Grant Program was selected for funding. EPA is awarding a component of the EIPCD's application for the PM 2.5 emissions reduction project, paving lots in alleyways for the city of Kxo, residential alleyways in the amount of $350,371. TAG program assists local air pollution control agencies with funding to develop plans and implement projects to reduce air pollution in the nation's areas with the highest levels of ozone and fine particulate matter, known as PM 2.5 concentrations. The Air Pollution Control District was eligible to submit an application to the TAG program due to the Imperial County's designation as a PM 2.5 non-attainment area for the 2012 annual standard of 12 micrograms per cubic meter. The APCD will use the funds to pave residential alleyways in Kxo in order to significantly reduce PM 2.5 emissions, which adversely affect the health of residents. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? Well, call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, it'll be breezy over the Imperial and Yuma valleys today through the weekend. High temperatures will again be roughly about 100 degrees. A very slow downward trend in temperatures is expected to begin this weekend. Highs across the Imperial and Yuma valleys decreasing to the mid-90s by Wednesday and Thursday. Aside from occasional thin high clouds, skies will remain clear. Our high yesterday was 102, 67 the low. Sunny today with a high near 101. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the north. Clear tonight with a low around 68. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southwest after midnight. Saturday, sunny with a high near 102. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. It'll be mostly sunny on Sunday with a high near 100. Light and variable wind, then turning out of the west 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Right now, downtown 71 degrees, 31% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 325 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services.
It's your month, America, because this is Ford Truck Month. Need smart towing features like available dynamic hitch assist on Ford F-150? This is your month. How about the impressive power and capability of Ford Super Duty? This is your month. And go off-road in a Ford Ranger with available terrain management system. Ford Truck Month this year. Get great deals on trucks as tough as the people who drive them. Yep, I'm talking about you.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months on a 2020 Ford F-150. That's no interest for 5 years. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0% APR financing for 60 months at $1,667 per month per $1,000 finance, regardless of down payment. Residency restrictions apply. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 11/3/2020. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Get moving, America. It's Ford.
And it's sports time. Major League Baseball. The Astros shaded the Rays 4-3. Tampa Bay still leads that best-of-7 series, 3-2. Meanwhile, the Braves. Can Clayton Kershaw ever win the big game? Kershaw took the hit. Yeah, the Braves bombed the Dodgers 10-2. Atlanta leads the National League Championship Series 3-1. NFL football in the news? No, they did not play football last night in the NFL. Yeah, too much of that virus thing, whatever it is, going around. The Raiders will not play on Sunday. It's their bye week. Yeah, but we will have Sunday night football. Yes, NFL football. Sunday night, the Rams and the 49ers. And Monday, we've got a twin bill. Yeah, it will be the Chiefs and the Bills, Cardinals and the Cowboys. At least that's the plan right now. High school football returns to KXO. We will have classic high school football games every Friday night on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Our broadcast features some of the very best games from the KXO archives. Classic high school football.
Let's play some football!
Is brought to you by House Snack, serving specials daily. Call to place your order. Real Truss and Lumber, carrying hardware supplies for the contractor. Put yourself, Pico Market. New owners, same great carne asada, 8th and Pico in El Centro. Well, the Indianapolis Colts closed their practice facility today after several members of their organization tested positive for COVID-19. And, Le'Veon Bell, he wasn't out of work very long. No, the Kansas City Chiefs signed Bell to a 1-year contract. That gives him a pretty darn good 1-2 punch with running backs. A good team just got better. Classic high school football tonight. Southwest, Santa Fe Christian, the Eagles and the Eagles. 7 o'clock on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and ease to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any business solution to meet your needs. From business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and weather brought to you this morning by Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. U.S. stock benchmarks gained traction early today, with gains partly attributed to data showing better than expected retail sales in September, along with an improvement in consumer sentiment, relieving fears about a slow economic recovery. Wall Street sentiment also supported prices by news of the possibility of a Pfizer vaccine by next month, even as the spread of the viral outbreak has forced some restrictions on business and travel in major European cities. Mark today was aiming to snap a 3-session skid to end a choppy week. Report on retail sales suggesting consumer spend is more resilient than expected. Meanwhile, Pfizer's announcement that it could have a late-stage experimental coronavirus vaccine ready for emergency use authorization by late November, if it proves successful in trials, provided another lift to markets that have been dogged this week by reports of the spread of the viral pandemic outside and inside the U.S. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said yesterday wouldn't wait until the end of the year to strike on fiscal stimulus for out-of-work Americans, troubled businesses.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
It will be sunny today with a high near 101, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the north. Clear tonight with a low around 68, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Saturday, sunny with a high near 102, south-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Right now downtown, we are looking at 74 degrees, 31% our relative humidity. And the wind in El Centro right now is calm. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do. Check out our website, KXORadio.com. Follow us on Facebook. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel and see what's happening. Yeah, radio with pictures. Imagine that.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
It's CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. New research shows one of the drugs President Trump received after he was infected with the coronavirus does not prevent deaths in COVID patients. Correspondent Elaine Cobb has the details.
The antiviral drug remdesivir was considered one of the most promising treatments for COVID-19, but a new 30-country trial found neither it nor several other hopefuls prevented deaths. The study was backed by the World Health Organization, which says the evidence is conclusive. Washington authorized the emergency use of the U.S.-manufactured drug in May.
The findings have not yet undergone a peer review. The U.S. has passed the 8 million mark in COVID infections. Kentucky has set a new daily case high of more than 1,300. Governor Andy Beshear.
We got to do better, and we got to wear masks. And we keep seeing high numbers that highlight how important that is.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is out of the hospital after a week-long stay after contracting the coronavirus.
I felt fine, and then all of a sudden I got fever and chills and body aches, and I was just racked with pain and exhaustion.
He tells ABC News.
I was doing it right for 7 months and avoided the virus. I let my guard down for a couple of days inside the White House grounds, and it cost me in a significant way.
Christie attended the Rose Garden ceremony where the president introduced Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett. He also prepped Mr. Trump for his first debate. The second debate was replaced by last night's separate town halls. A final go-round is scheduled for next Thursday. Correspondent Major Garrett from Washington.
The third debate has typically the lowest television audience and moves the fewest number of viewers. So the president has missed an enormous opportunity by opting out of the second debate. Jumping back into the third may not give him the momentum he needs.
An avalanche of early votes is transforming the November election. CBS's Jim Krasula has the update.
A record-shattering 17 million plus Americans have already cast ballots in the 2020 election. The total represents 12% of all votes cast in the 2016 presidential election, as 8 states are not yet reporting their totals. It'll have more than 2 weeks to cast ballots.
What would Michael J. Fox have done way back in the future without it?
You know what 1640 Riverside... Are you going to order something, kid? Yeah. Give me a tab.
The 1970s diet soda icon is fizzling out. Coca-Cola is whittling offerings because of sinking sales during the pandemic. The brand had kept Tab going for decades to reach out to its loyal fan base of Tabaholics. The Dow is up 297. This is S News.
Capital One is right in the palm of your hand, so you can check your balance, deposit checks, pay bills, and transfer money. The top-rated app. Get started online anytime. What's in your wallet? Capital One NA, member FDIC.
What do you want to da da? What do you want to da da? Oh no, what is that da? We could switch to Progressive da. Oh yeah, we could switch to Progressive and sa. We could start and have to buy some za. Oh yeah, and get some za with the money we saw. Yeah, we know we're gonna da da.
These days, nothing is normal and everything is weird. But you could still save big when you switch to Progressive. It might just be the most normal thing you da to da.
Quote da at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
How much will you save at the JCPenney Mystery Sale? You could get an extra 30, 40, or even 50% off peel and reveal while they last during our in-store giveaway Thursday to Sunday. Rather shop online? Get an extra 30% off at jcp.com and shop all you want all 4 days. It's the perfect way to update your closet or your home just in time for fall. The price, there's always a way to save. JCPenney. Offer 10-18. Giveaway in-store only. Plus supply. Must be 18 years old. Exclusion.com for details.
Motorcycle riders have beat it to Florida for a rally. Years is different.
Oktoberfest pretty much takes over Daytona. This year's event, of course, is different.
There's signs everywhere talking about social distancing, masking up, and things like that.
Tony Robinson of Knoxville is fine with it, but many people are upset because the city has not allowed street vendors to set up shop, nor is it allowing outdoor events like concerts. Try to prevent a super spreader event.
Nothing's open down here. It's not what it's supposed to be.
Because the mayor, he stopped all this stuff. He stopped everybody from having fun.
Many bikers say they're headed to nearby Ormond Beach and New Smyrna Beach. There are restrictions. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Justin Bieber has an instant hit on his hands.
What if you had it all, but nobody to call?
Lonely is a deep dive into child in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
When I first switched over, because I stopped taking the other supplements I was taking and switched over all the way to Balance of Nature, I really noticed a huge difference. It was in like better sleep, better attention, better energy. It was just really, really great.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
They're pounding on the door. They're calling on the phone. It's the collectors. It's those credit cards you ran up trying to start your business. Now you found out that a DBA hurts the family and brings the pain home. For over 40 years, Ray Reynolds has helped customers get millions in credit. Ray will get your score above 740. Check out his free live webinar. Just log on to rayswebinar.com. Daily live webinars, Monday through Friday, 11, 2, and 4 p.m. Pacific. Even Saturdays, 9 a.m. Pacific. Or call 800-698-3517. That's 800-698-3517.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1280 KXO.